You know how everyone talks about needing exciting new habits to change your life? Well, here's the thing. Sometimes the boring habits are actually the ones that make the biggest difference. So why do these simple, boring habits work wonders in our lives? Today I'm sharing 15 everyday habits that may seem boring at first, but trust me, they're life changers. They'll help you feel more energized, stay focused, and just live better overall. And these aren't just random tips. These are habits I've tried myself, and I've seen how they can really shift things in a more grounded, healthy way. So if you're curious about how simple changes can actually make a huge impact, stick around. Because the last habit is especially important, and it might just change your life. Trust me, you'll want to hear it. Let's dive in. Okay, the first habit I want to share with you is drinking water right when you wake up. Sounds super simple, right? But trust me, this is one of those life-changing habits I've been doing for a while, and I've noticed a big difference. Every morning when I wake up, my body's basically running on empty. We haven't had water for hours while we sleep. So drinking a glass of water right away helps wake your body up, recharge your energy, and kickstart your digestion. Honestly, I feel so much better, less sluggish, and way more awake when I start my day this way. Before, I never really thought about drinking water first thing. I'd go straight for the coffee. But once I started making water my first priority, everything changed. I felt more alert, my skin looked better, and most importantly, my body wasn't thirsty right from the start. What I love about this habit is that it's super simple. No fancy prep needed. Just a glass of water, and you've already done something great for your health. And honestly, with just a small habit like this, you're already setting the tone for a pretty awesome day. Before we move on to the next habit, I want to give you a sneak peek of what's coming up next. In the next video, we're going to do a full declutter and refresh for the bedroom. It's a perfect way to start the new year with a clean, calm space. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. All right, let's continue with habit number 2 for today's video. All right, habit number 2. Drinking black coffee every morning. Now I know coffee's a big deal for a lot of people, but hear me out. This simple habit has done wonders for me. I used to load my coffee with sugar and cream, but once I switched to black coffee, I noticed a difference in how I felt. It's such a small change, but it helps me feel more alert without the sugar crash later in the day. Plus, it's a pretty straightforward way to get that caffeine kick without any extra stuff. Now, I'm not saying you need to give up your favorite coffee order, but if you're looking for something that helps you focus and kickstart your day in a clean, simple way, black coffee's a solid option. And the best part? It's super easy to make, and it gives you that boost without feeling like you're overdoing it with calories or extra sugar. So if you haven't tried black coffee, maybe give it a shot. You might find that it's exactly what you need to start your day on the right note. Next up, let's talk about habit number 3. Taking a cold shower every morning. I know it sounds kinda crazy, right? But trust me, once you get over the initial shock, it's actually one of the most refreshing things you can do for your body. I was super skeptical at first, especially in the colder months. But after I gave it a try, I noticed a huge difference. Cold showers wake you up like nothing else can. It's like your body gets hit with a wave of energy that stays with you for hours. What I love about cold showers is that it's not just about waking up your body, it also boosts circulation, helps with muscle recovery, and even improves your skin and hair. Plus, it's a mental challenge too. It's uncomfortable at first, but once you push through that cold shock, you feel like you can take on anything the day throws at you. If you're looking to try something different, I'd definitely recommend it. Start slow if you have to, but I promise you'll get hooked. Okay, habit number 4 is stretching every morning. When I first started doing this, I wasn't sure how much of a difference it would make. But now, it's something I look forward to every morning. Just a few minutes of stretching when I wake up helps me feel so much less stiff and sluggish. I usually do a couple of stretches for my back and neck just to loosen up. It's quick, and honestly, it just feels good to move my body after sleeping for hours. It's not about doing a full workout, just a little stretching to get the blood flowing. What I really love is how it sets the tone for the day. I feel more awake and my body feels more flexible throughout the day. Plus, it's an easy habit to stick with because it only takes a few minutes and you don't need any special equipment. If you haven't tried it yet, I definitely recommend adding it to your mornings. You'll be surprised at how much better you feel. My next habit is making a to-do list every day. I used to think I could just wing it, but honestly, once I started writing down what I needed to do each day, it made everything feel way more manageable. Now it's just part of my morning routine. I quickly jot down the things I want to get done, and it clears up my headspace. Instead of feeling scattered, I know exactly what I need to tackle. What's awesome about it is that I can see my progress as I check things off. It's a simple way to feel accomplished throughout the day. And it doesn't take much time, whether it's a notebook or an app on your phone, it's easy to do. Since I've started this, my days feel way more organized and productive. If you give it a shot, you'll probably find it's a lot easier to stay on top of things. Okay. The next habit is walking instead of driving for short trips. I know it sounds pretty basic, but trust me, it's one of those simple habits that really adds up. Whenever I need to run errands close by, I try to walk instead of jumping in the car. It's so easy to get into the habit of driving everywhere, but I realized walking gives me a chance to clear my mind, get some fresh air, and actually enjoy being outside. Plus, it's way better for the environment and my health. I started doing this more recently, and I can't tell you how much better I feel. It's a small change, but not only does it save on gas, but I feel more energized and I'm getting some steps in without even thinking about it. If you've got somewhere close to go, try walking next time. You might be surprised at how refreshing it is. All right, the next habit that I want to share with you is eating simple but healthy. I used to think eating healthy meant complex recipes with a million ingredients, but it turns out it's way easier than I thought. What's been working for me is focusing on meals that don't need a lot of prep, but still make me feel good. I'm talking about things like roasted veggies oatmeal, or a quick sandwich with whole grain bread and some lean protein. Nothing fancy, just whole foods that nourish my body. What I've noticed is that when I keep meals simple, I actually enjoy them more. They're easier to make. I don't feel weighed down after eating, and I have more energy throughout the day. I'm also not spending hours in the kitchen, which is a win for me. The best part: these simple meals are so much more sustainable. It's not about giving up everything I love. It's about creating small, easy changes that add up. And honestly, once you start keeping it simple, you'll realize it's way easier to stick with. If you want to eat healthier, start by simplifying your meals. Next up, taking care of your skin every night. I know skincare might sound like a lot of extra work, but honestly, it's one of the habits that makes a huge difference, and it doesn't take long. For me, it's all about keeping it simple. I've learned that just washing my face using a good moisturizer and maybe throwing in a serum every once in a while is enough. It's not about having a 10-step routine, just doing something every night to take care of my skin. What I love about this habit is how relaxing it is. After a long day, washing my face and giving my skin some attention feels like a little act of self-care. It's also a way to unwind and focus on myself for just a few minutes before bed. Since I started taking my skin more seriously, I've noticed a big difference in how my skin looks and feels. Fewer breakouts, smoother texture, and just an overall glow. It's a small routine that really adds up over time. If you haven't already, I'd recommend setting aside just a few minutes every night to take care of your skin. It's a simple habit, but trust me, it makes you feel so much better and helps you start the next day with a fresh, healthy glow. Next up, reading a physical book before bed. Now I know a lot of people are into e-readers or even audiobooks, but I've found that actually holding a book and reading it is one of the best ways to wind down at night. When I first started this habit, I didn't expect it to make such a big difference, but it really has. Instead of scrolling through my phone or watching TV before bed, reading a book helps me relax and disconnect from screens. And I find that it actually helps me sleep better. My mind isn't racing with thoughts from my phone or TV shows, and I can fall asleep more easily. I've also noticed that when I make reading part of my nightly routine, I feel more present and less distracted throughout the day. If you haven't tried reading a book before bed, I definitely recommend it. It's such a simple, calming way to wrap up your day and give your brain the downtime it needs. Okay. The next habit on our list is cleaning your desk every day before you finish work. Now, I know this might seem like a small thing, but trust me, it's made a huge difference for me. At the end of each workday, I take just 5 minutes to clear everything off my desk: files, papers, pens, you name it. It's such a simple habit, but it helps me feel organized and ready for the next day. When I walk into my workspace the next morning, everything's already in place, and it's one less thing to worry about. I used to leave my desk cluttered, thinking I'd clean it up later. But honestly, the mess would just pile up, and it would make starting work the next day feel a little chaotic. Now, taking that quick moment at the end of the day helps me mentally close out my work and creates a calm space for the next morning. What's great about this habit is that it doesn't take long at all, but the sense of having a clean, organized workspace really boosts my productivity. It's a simple change, but it helps set the tone for a more focused and less stressful day ahead. If you haven't tried it yet, give it a go tomorrow, just 5 minutes to tidy up, and you'll see how much better you feel when you start your next day. My next habit is turning off your phone during meals. It's a small change, but it's made a huge difference for me. I used to always keep my phone on the table while I ate, checking messages or scrolling through social media. But I realized I wasn't really enjoying my meal. I'd be distracted and rush through eating without even noticing how the food tasted. Now I put my phone away when I eat. No distractions, just focus on my meal. It sounds simple, but it's honestly been such a refreshing change. I actually take time to taste my food, enjoy the moment, and relax. It's not about doing something big, just a simple habit that helps you be more present. And once you try it, you'll notice how much better your meals feel. Give it a try next time, and you'll see what I mean. Next up, spending time with family and friends. This one's pretty simple, but it's something I really had to remind myself of. Life can get so busy, right? We're always working, running errands, and checking off tasks. But I realized that I was letting time with the people I care about slip through the cracks. So I started making it a priority to spend quality time with family and friends, even if it's just a few hours a week. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. A coffee date with a friend, a family dinner, or even a quick walk together. What matters is that you're present, enjoying each other's company without distractions. Honestly, these moments are what make life feel more balanced and meaningful. Spending time with loved ones brings so much joy, and it's a great reminder to slow down and connect. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just take a step back and think about the people who lift you up. You'll feel recharged and ready to take on the next challenge. If you've been caught up in the busyness of life, try setting aside time for the people who matter most. It's such a simple habit, but it can make all the difference. Next habit, saying no to social events or hangouts that aren't really necessary. I know it sounds a bit harsh, but hear me out. It's been a total game changer for me. For a long time, I felt this pressure to say yes to every invite, even if I wasn't in the mood or if it didn't fit into my schedule. But I started realizing that saying yes all the time was draining me, and it didn't always align with my priorities. So I started saying no more often, and honestly, it's been such a relief. Saying no doesn't mean being rude or isolating yourself. It's about protecting your time and energy. If a social event or invitation doesn't feel right or doesn't bring you joy, it's okay to turn it down. That way you leave room for things that truly matter to you, whether it's resting, spending time with the people who really matter, or just having a moment to yourself. What I've learned is that it's not selfish to say no. It's actually a form of self-care. So next time you're invited to something that doesn't feel right, don't be afraid to say no. Your time is valuable, and you deserve to spend it in ways that truly serve you. All right. The next habit is eliminating alcohol. Now, I know this one might sound extreme to some of you, but hear me out. Cutting out alcohol has made a big difference in how I feel day to day. I used to drink pretty regularly, whether it was a glass of wine after work or a drink when hanging out with friends. But I started noticing that alcohol was affecting my energy, my mood, and even my sleep. Once I decided to cut back and eventually stop drinking altogether, I felt so much better. I had more energy, better sleep, and just felt clearer overall. What I love about this habit is that it's not about denying yourself fun or socializing. It's about making a choice that helps your body and mind feel their best. I'm not saying you have to quit forever or never enjoy a drink again. But if you've noticed alcohol making you feel sluggish or unwell, maybe it's time to reassess. Since eliminating alcohol, I've found I have more focus. I wake up feeling refreshed, and I'm not constantly dealing with the after effects of a drink. It's a simple change, but it really shifted how I approach my health and wellness. If you're thinking about it, give it a try for a little while. You might be surprised at how much better you feel without it. Alright, we've made it to the last habit, and honestly, I think this one's the most important: avoiding work when you're tired. I know it might sound obvious, but I used to push through when I was exhausted, thinking that if I just kept going, I'd somehow get more done. But all I ended up with was a bunch of half-finished tasks and feeling drained at the end of the day. Here's what I've learned: when you're tired, your brain isn't at its best, and forcing yourself to work only leads to mistakes and frustration. Now when I feel that fatigue kicking in, I take a step back. A quick break, a nap, or even just a little walk outside, whatever it takes to recharge. What's amazing is how much more productive I am when I come back refreshed. I do better work, I feel better, and I'm way more focused. This habit has been a total game changer for me because it's helped me avoid burnout and stay energized. So remember, when you're tired, it's okay to rest. Taking that break can make all the difference in how the rest of your day goes. Trust me, it's worth it. And that's a wrap for today's video. I really hope these habits help you simplify your routine and feel more balanced. The little changes really do add up over time, and trust me, you'll notice the difference. Before we go, I've got something exciting coming up for the next video. We're going to do an end-of-year declutter and refresh for the bedroom, perfect for ringing in 2026 with a fresh space. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.